We are observing Kartik Vrata, hearing Gajendra Moksa. Yesterday I read this verse in Sanskrit, and I will read the translation again. I offer respects to the Lord who liberates animals like me, surrendered to you from the noose of Samsara. Even though I rejected you before this time, I offer respects to the most merciful Lord, whose mercy has no end, who is the mind of all beings, who is perceived as Paramatma in his expanded form, and who is the ultimate form of Bhagavan, Krishna. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, from this verse till the end of the prayers, Bhagavan, who is known by devotees, is described. Before it was more Paramatma, now Bhagavan. The word Pasha means noose. Here refers to the crocodile and to Samsara. Crocodile we see, but it means this worldly bondage. I offer respects to you who liberate surrendered animals like me from the noose of Samsara, and to you who were rejected, Muktaya, till now by me. But you are not angry with me. Rather, you are very compassionate. Guri Korunaya, since you are not contaminated even a little like other beings in this world, Amalaya. Another version has Alayaya. This means unto the Lord whose mercy is never destroyed, or unto the Lord who has no sleep, who is not lazy. There is no need to make our suffering known to you, for you are residing within all beings as Antarjami. You have said, Vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekam shena stito jagat. I am situated in this universe by my expansion. This is from Bhagavad Gita. You are perceived as the inner observer in all beings. Pratita prayak drishe. I offer respects to Krishna. Brihate Bhagavate. So this is very important commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. We see outwardly like crocodile, but it represents this worldly bondage also. I offer respects to you. Yes. Who can be rescued from this worldly bondage? Only those who will surrender to Supreme Lord. Otherwise it is impossible. And to you who were rejected, Muktaya till now by me. Every living entity coming out from marginal potency of Krishna, Tatashta Shakti, is a conscious being, has relative independence, can decide what he wants to do. So we abandoned the service of Krishna. On one side, we could accept the service of Krishna, and on another side, marginal means between spiritual and material world. We are coming out from that margin, and we can see this side or we can see that side. And according to our inclination, choice, we can either accept the service of Krishna, that is natural, or we want to enjoy Maya. both these tendencies are available for us, and they are dormant. When we are in marginal position, they are both dormant. And then according to choice, that will sprout or awaken. So here we also see Gajendra was very powerful when outside. But when he entered into the lake and that crocodile caught him, then because he was in that position, he could not escape. Like that, when we misuse our relative independence, we abandon the service of Krishna and want to enjoy Maya, then Maya will catch us, and we cannot be free of Maya by our own effort. Not possible. Without surrendering to Krishna, whose Maya is this, and this is the consequence of our offense to him. Unless we submit to him, we cannot be rescued. Others cannot rescue us. We cannot rescue ourselves. Like Gajendra, he fought with his all strength, very strong, but he could not. Like that, Krishna says in Gita, Devi Hiesha Gunamaya Mam Madurate Mam Eva Je Parpadyante Mayametantaranti Te. This Maya is very difficult to cross over, impossible. But one who will surrender to me exclusively, he can cross over, because that is my Maya. And here, Gajendra is also telling, you are not, although I abandoned you, like there is, you have one table, on left side there is rice, on the right side there is chapati, and you are sitting here. So you can choose to eat rice. If you choose to eat rice, you give up chapati. In that way, we abandon the service of Krishna. We wanted to enjoy Maya. So we became averse. And here Gajendra is saying, I gave you up. So, but now I'm surrendering to you, and you are not angry because you are all merciful. In this world, our Gurudev explained, if we are with some person and then we do some mistake or leave him or something, then after, when we realize our mistake and we come back with regret and apology and like this, then that person will not accept us. He will still hold that grudge. He will be angry and he will not be ready to accept us anymore or give us that same service or like in job or something, because he will be angry. But here Gajendra is telling that you are not contaminated, means with selfish desires, even a little, like other beings in this world. You are amalaya. Amal means no dirt is in you. Dirt means selfish desire. One who has selfish desire, when that is not fulfilled, then he will be angry and that he will keep grudge. But here, Gajendra is saying, although I rejected you, I did not want to serve you, I committed offense to you, I am your eternal servant, I did not serve you, but you are not angry with me. Rather, you are very compassionate, because you are not contaminated like selfish beings in this world. And another is alaya. This means unto the Lord whose mercy is never destroyed, or unto the Lord who has no sleep, who is not lazy. Here Gurudev told that we see in this world, someone tries to rob our house and they are violent and we call the police, and the policemen, they will think, oh, why we should bother? We will go after some time when everything will be finished. Then we will go. Why we will run into trouble? So after, when they come later, then they say, what happened, what happened, what happened? But Krishna is not like this. He is not lazy. If you take shelter of him, immediately he is there. But sometimes we see Draupadi play that pastime. She's pure devotee, but she played that pastime for us, because sometimes we think, no, I took shelter of Krishna, I only want his service. But subconsciously, we did not, from the core of heart, we did not sincerely. So Draupadi complained to Krishna. Yes, you rescued me. They wanted to make me naked in that assembly. You rescued me, but you came very late. I called you, but you came very late. Then Krishna said, may I say something? Then she said, yes. Then Krishna said, immediately I came. Immediately, no, you came very late. Then Krishna said, it is true, I admit, you were calling my name. That is sure. But you did not take shelter of me. You were in that assembly, you were chanting my name, but you were thinking, surely these kings, they will not allow this act to be done, this crime there, so they will save me. So if they can save you, Krishna is telling, if they can save you, then why I will go? Then when those kings did not do anything, then you looked at Arjuna and other Pandavas, and when they did not do anything, all the time you were chanting my name by taking shelter of them. Then Bhishma and you took shelter. But then you saw that no one will help you. Then you thought, I will help myself by my own effort. So you hold that sari with two of your hands. You were chanting my name. So if you can rescue yourself, why I will come? Then you lifted one hand, but I am complete reality. Complete surrender is necessary. Only when you lifted both your hands and you actually from the core of your heart, you took my shelter. You really wanted my help. Before, you were only chanting my name, but not taking shelter. But when you took shelter to me, immediately I came. I became unlimited sari on your body. I rescued you. So why you are blaming me? Why you are complaining? I came immediately when you called me. So our Gurudev also told here in Gajendra, as long as we have this inside, that false ego, I can do, I know, then there is no inclination to take shelter of someone else, to ask for help. We may outwardly act, but we don't mean it actually. Only when you really mean it, then immediately Krishna will come. He's not lazy like policemen of this world or others. They are also having their own self-interest. But Krishna has no self-interest, immediately he comes. And when Draupadi took his shelter in forest, when Durvasa Rishi and others came, immediately also Krishna gave solution. When she took shelter. When another, I forgot now, maybe I will remember. Another one example was there. He is not asleep, he is not lazy. there is no need to make our suffering known to you, for you are residing within all beings. He already knows, and he knows better than us what is there inside. He knows our suffering, but because we are not taking shelter, then what he can do? He is just seeing. You have said you are situated. You are perceived as the inner observer in all beings. I offer respects to Krishna. Brihate Bhagavate. One example, but I forgot now. One. Draupadi. Okay, forgot. Maybe I will remember. Atmatma. Oh, yes, now I remembered. By the grace of Krishna. Once, our Gurudev, or maybe Parangurudev, I don't know exactly, in one place, I think in Haryana or Himachal Pradesh or something, there was one temple and there was a preaching program there, and there was one mat in charge of that temple there, president, Acharya was there. So one time, I think with Parangurudev, they were standing near the deities, and one person, he was standing in front of maybe Lakshmi Narayan or Sitaram, some temple, and he was expressing very humbly in front of him, Papoham, Papatma, I am sin, I am only committing sin all the time, and all this very humbly he was expressing in front of deity. You please rescue me, you help me, like this. Then that Acharya, he was also realized the soul. He asked, means he said to Parangurudev or Gurudev, I don't remember exactly, now you see, now you will see whether he really means it or not. You will see. So then that Acharya called that person, hey, Pap Atma, means sinner and sin personified. Oh sinner, you come here. Then that person became angry. How? Why you are calling me sinner? And all this. You have no sin and you are calling me sin only by taking this saffron cloth you became a sadhu? Is it like this? He became very angry. Then that Acharya smiled and said, you see. So one thing is, we are saying with our mouth, but we don't mean it actually. That is why we are not getting the result. If really we would mean it sincerely from the heart, immediately you get result. Immediately Krishna will rescue, but we don't mean it. We have so many things inside our heart, even unknowingly, subconsciously, all there. So what we are speaking outwardly, or what we are showing outwardly, I'm a great devotee, I'm dancing, I'm all this I'm doing, but what is inside your heart, whether really you are doing for the sake of Krishna, or you are doing for some your own prestige or something, Krishna knows everything. How we can deceive Krishna? He's inside our heart, he knows. Here Gajendra is saying, you know my suffering, and you can give according treatment, like diagnose. If doctor is good, he will give good diagnose and then he can treat. So who is a better knower than Krishna, who is inside heart? He knows everything. So I can fully rely on you, fully trust you. But the thing is, Krishna also knows whether I'm doing all these things for getting some money or for impressing others. I'm a great devotee or something. So then we cannot get result. We get the result according to our inner mood and action. According to that, Krishna is giving the fruit. So we cannot blame him. We are saying he blessed Dhruva, he blessed Ambarish Maharaj, he blessed Vrata, but he's not blessing me. I'm doing so much bhajan, he's not blessing me. But the thing is, we are not doing like Dhruva. If we would do like Dhruva, we would get the same result because Krishna is impartial. In Gita, 9th chapter, 29 verse, Krishna is saying, I have no friend, no enemy. I'm not partial, and no one can give bribe to me. In this world, you will find judge. He has his own wants, desires, and self-interest, or maybe some lack of something. So if you give bribe, then he will give that judgment in your favor, because he is controlled by that money, because he has lack. But Krishna cannot be controlled by anyone. Everything is him, everything belongs to him. Even that person who wants to give bribe, he belongs to Krishna. So how can anyone change the decision of Krishna? It is not possible. Krishna says, I'm impartial. If someone worships me, he is for me, I'm also for him. So if we would do like Dhruva, totally accept that no one is guilty for my suffering, and totally do as per instruction of bona fide guru in total, we will get the same result. But we are not doing, and we are complaining. Like Draupadi, why you came late? So this has to be awakened within us, that extreme desire, sincere desire for the service of Krishna, by the company of bona fide pure devotees and following their instructions. Then when that day will come in our life, Gurudev told me, one day that day will come in your life when you will say from the heart, I don't want anything. I only want your service, Krishna. When that will really be sincere from the heart, then that moment Krishna will come to you. Sure. There is no doubt. So we have to clear our heart and awaken that inclination to serve him by the help of bona fide pure devotees. Then we'll get the result. He knows everything. I offer respects to Krishna. And sometimes if you don't believe, no, I want Krishna. No, really. Then you go in front of some pure devotee, and it will be shown to you by his grace, like sun lights up everything during daytime. In the night you don't see clearly things, but when sun comes, then you see everything clearly. Like that, you go in front of one pure devotee, remain there, then you will see whether really you are totally for Krishna and nothing else. Then you will see yourself by his grace. It will be revealed. Then you cannot complain anymore. Atmatma japta grihavita janeshu sakter dushprapanaya guna sanga vivarjitaya muktatma bih svahridaya paribhavitaya Gyanatmane Bhagavate Nama Ishwaraya. I offer respects to Bhagavan, who is not attained by persons attached to their minds, their sons, relatives, houses, wealth, or followers, who is devoid of the influence of material gunas, who is the object of meditation in the heart for liberated souls, who is pure knowledge, and who is the controller. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, though you perform pastimes in the material world, you are devoid of association with the material gunas. He appears here, not that he takes gunas. Like king may come to the prison, but that does not mean that he is a prisoner. Or spider may be on the net, but that does not mean that he's caught in the net, like fly or ant or something is. Like that, he's doing lila here only. You are the object of meditation, paribhavitaya, for the atmaramas, or liberated souls. Liberated from this worldly association, they are meditating on you. Or another meaning is, unto the Lord, who is falsely perceived as material by those who have rejected this soul. The Mayavadis, Mayavadis and also ordinary conditioned souls, even if Krishna comes, they will not be able to recognize. They will think he's a material. Because they have rejected the soul, they think I'm this body and Krishna is also material. Or you will have Mayavadis, they also don't accept the soul as eternal servant of Krishna. They think I am all pervading spirit, but we are not. We are small particle of consciousness, eternal servant of Krishna, individual soul. But here Gajendra continues, but actually you have a body made purely of knowledge, Jnanatmana, means transcendental spiritual form. Or you know their offense, and thus you make your appearance to give the result of offense to those people. So here in the verse, it is, Bhagavan is not attained by persons who are attached to their minds or bodies. Atma can mean body, mind, and soul, all can mean. Sons, relatives, houses, wealth, and followers. One who thinks these things are mine, I'm this body, and this house belongs to me, wife belongs to me, children belong to me, car belongs to me, money belongs to me, these followers, everything belongs to me. That is total illusion. Even we do not belong to ourselves in reality. What to speak of anything to be ours? Everything belongs to Krishna. We are his energy. He's our owner. So one who is attached, he cannot attain Supreme Lord. He's in illusion. He's not inclined to serve him, but he's inclined to enjoy these things, being in false perception. So they cannot attain him. Even if Krishna directly appears in front of them, they will not be able to recognize. Like Nrishingadev, he appeared miraculously from the pillar and also miraculous form. But still, Hiranyakashipu could not recognize who is he, that he is Supreme Lord. But Prahlad could understand. Kamsa could not understand Krishna, who is he. Brahma also could not understand at first. Even though he is a devotee, he was a devotee of Narayan, but he could not understand how Narayan, same person, is doing Leela as Krishna, has no opulence, no nothing. How he can be God? He rejected. But ultimately when he surrendered and Krishna revealed himself, Then he could understand. Then he said, oh, you are superior. This Vrindavan is so charming. It's better than Vaikuntha. So only one who is inclined to serve, Sevan Mukha Hijodo Swayamar, he will recognize, he can see. That is why I told on the other day, we think, oh, if I would be born 5,000 years ago when Krishna was here, then it would be more easy. Or when Mahaprabhu was here, it was more easy. Nothing is more easy. Now Krishna is here as his name. Naam Rupe, Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna Avatar. But we are not inclined to serve. And we are not realizing the name. Not recognizing that this name is not ordinary material sound. We think like that, but it is not. When we will serve, we need association of bona fide devotees. Then when we serve, then we'll realize. And this name can rescue the whole world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told to Sachi Mata, you are my mother in every my avatar. So now I'm taking sannyas. Before he took sannyas. But you will be my mother. How? On your tongue, my name will appear. So you will be my mother. You are like that mother. And from the earth, Diti will be made. That is I. And in that way, you will be my mother all the time. So Mahaprabhu told, Diti and my name, they are not different from me. And Sachi Mata was pacified. So now we have Diti, we have name. They are not different from Swarup. But the point is, we have that misfortune. We are not inclined to serve. We are so much attached to all these things. So we need sadhu sangha to divert our mind and to engage us in the service of Krishna. Then gradually we can realize the actual tattva, truth about holy name and deity. And when we serve, then also we can enter into his pastimes. So your forum is actually spiritual. And you know their offense, like Kamsa or others, and thus you make your appearance to give the result of offense to those people. Or Shishupal, Dantavakra, Ravan, like this. So they are killed by him because of their offense. Yam dharma kamarta vimukti kama bhajanta ishtam gatim apnuvanti kim chashishoratyapi deham avyam karotu me dabra dayo vimokshanam. Persons desiring dharma, artha, kama and moksha worship the Lord and attain the treasure of prema as well as material benedictions. They also receive a spiritual body. May that Lord of unlimited mercy free me from samsara and bestow such a spiritual body. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The Lord is also served by devotees with material desires. Those persons having desires for dharma, kama, artha, and moksha worship the Lord, attain the goal of prema which is cherished. Yes, then here there is evidence from Bhagavatam. Satyam dishati artitam artitanrinam naivarta do yat punar artitayata swayam vidate bhajatam anichatam ichapidhanam nijapada pallavam. The Lord certainly gives desired objects to devotees who request them, but he does not give in such a way that the devotee will ask again after finishing his enjoyment. He gives his lotus feet, which include all desirables, to those worshippers who do not desire them, like we see in the case of Dhruva. He desired kingdom, but God, the lotus feet of Narayan, and he forgot all other desires. He did not want to take, even when offered. And here also we see in Gajendra, at first he was thinking, let me take shelter of Supreme Lord to save me from my death, his physical death. But now he is requesting for the service of Krishna, because this mantra which he chanted in past life, he was worshipping Supreme Lord for his satisfaction. All the transcendental qualities, and they are described there. So while Gajendra was telling that mantra, that intelligence came, and also higher taste to desire his service, not anything else, as you will see also in a few next verses he will say. So when one gets the lotus feet of Krishna, they include all desirables, so one will not desire anything else. Krishna says in Gita, when you attain that, you will feel there is nothing more to be attained. He also gives the material objects they desire. He also gives a spiritual body, as he gave to Dhruva and others. Thus he is unlimitedly merciful. May he liberate me from the crocodile and samsara, grahat, and give me a spiritual body and prema bhakti. May he liberate me from the crocodile in the sense of samsara, this worldly bondage, and give me a spiritual body and prema bhakti. The spiritual body means prema bhakti. We also are singing now, Kuverat Vajo Vada Murteva Jadvat Tvayamo Chito Bhakti Bhajo Krito Cha Tata Prema Bhakti Misakame Prayacha Namukshe Grahomyosti Damodareho. I am not desiring liberation. They were, Nalakuver and Manigriv, they were cursed by Narad, and they were in very bound condition, so they desired liberation. But when they got darshan of Krishna, they desired prema bhakti, and you gave them. Like that, I want that prema bhakti. I'm not desiring any moksha, as they did at the beginning. Directly, I am desiring prema bhakti. That is pure intelligence. Ekanti no yasya na kanchanartham vanchanti ye vai bhagavat prapanna atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magna tam aksharam brahma paramparesham avyaktam adhyatmika yoga gamyam atindriyam shukshmam iva tiduram anantam adyam paripurnam ide. I praise the Lord, whose pure devotees do not desire any material object, since they are surrendered fully to Him. and who, inundated by an ocean of bliss, think about his auspicious, astonishing activities. I praise the Lord who is the complete form of Brahma, who is without decay, invisible, attained by Bhakti Yoga, beyond the material senses, smaller than an atom, far away, unlimited, eternally existing and complete. I praise the Lord, whose pure devotees do not desire any material objects. You will find in Gaur Lila many examples. Sridhar Pandit was so poor, he barely could survive. And Mahaprabhu offered him, whatever you want you can take. But he did not want to take anything. Generally we think, yes, give me money. I'm suffering because I have lack of money. But that is not the cause of happiness or suffering. So Sridhar Pandit did not say, no, I only want your service. And that Vasudev Vipra was so sick with leprosy that he was suffering so much. But Mahaprabhu gave him that and he said, no, that is not good. Now I will become proud. I only want your service. So even what is required, they don't request, because they feel my only requirement, actual requirement, is only devotion to you. They desire it because they're on transcendental platform. Outwardly we see like as if they are suffering, but they are not suffering. No pure devotee is having any suffering. Even they are sick, outwardly they may say but that is all lila. Their minds are they're on transcendental platform. They're not feeling that. Kapil Bhagavan is saying this to Devahuti. So it is not a lie, it is a fact. My devotees do not suffer because their minds are engrossed in me. Means they are on transcendental platform. They are not attached to this, they don't feel suffering. So I also could not understand this point. One, our Gurudev's god brother, Srila Bhakti Prasad Puri Maharaj, he was in charge in Vrindavan Math. He got some nerve disease, something. He could not move. He was on wheelchair and hands became like this and face and like this. So I complained to Krishna, why your devotee has to suffer in this way? It is not good. I directly complained. That evening, after Arati, when giving Dandavat to all Vaishnavas, I also went to his room and I gave full Dandavat to Maharaj. And while giving Dandavat, I lost all physical and mental suffering, even that mental suffering which I was not aware of before. We are having so many things suffering, but we are not aware. Unless you come out, you don't know. But that time, I came out. I felt that mental suffering which I was not aware was gone. And I felt bliss coming from inside, from soul. And then Krishna letting me know, now you think, you are only bowing down to Maharaj and you are losing all your physical and mental sufferings and getting bliss. How then you can think that Maharaj is suffering? He's not suffering. Then I could understand, it is real, but we don't know. Our observation is external only. So here Gajendra is telling that they don't desire anything because they know my requirement is only his service. And they are inundated by an ocean of bliss. That bliss is ocean, means unlimited. There is no limit. Time or space or any limit is not there. They sing his qualities and everything, pastimes. I praise the Lord who is the complete form of Brahma. Means Brahma here means supreme truth that in Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra, first verse starts, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Thereafter, now it is time to inquire about Brahma, absolute truth or supreme. So Bhagavan, Krishna is complete form, because first is Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now you should inquire about Brahma. Then the quality of Brahma is in second sutra, Yanma Dyasayata. Everything is coming from him. He is Brahma. And the third one is, third sutra is Shastra Jonitvat. You can know him by Shastra only. He's self-revealed, self-effulgent. You cannot know by reasoning or by anything, by revelation only. So we know from Shastra that there is Advaya Gyan in Bhagavatam, Advaya Gyan Tattva, non-dual absolute truth. Some perceive him as Brahman, some as Paramatma, some as Bhagavan. Bhagavan means complete, because Paramatma is partial manifestation of Bhagavan, and Brahma Jyoti, is his light coming from him. So here Gajendra knows, I am not taking shelter of Paramatma or Brahman. I am taking shelter of Bhagavan. He is complete form of absolute truth, who is without decay, is never destroyed, invisible. He is invisible to those who are having material eyes of lust, not eyes of service. So to them he is invisible. Attained by Bhakti Yoga, those who have Bhakti, they can see him and get his service. Beyond the material senses, smaller than an atom as Paramatma, he is entering everywhere inside. Far away for those who have no devotion to him. They cannot attain him. How much they want to give effort, is always very far away. Like that water in the desert, you see there is water, and the more you go towards that direction, the more that will also go away from you. Like that, with our own material effort, we cannot attain Supreme Lord. So he's very far. But Upanishad said he's very far, but also nearest, most near. For those who are surrendered to him, they realize he's nearest and dearest. He's more near to me than anyone else in heart. And unlimited, eternally existing, and complete. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, how can an animal like me attain the nature of a pure devotee? He's expressing humbleness. One must serve the devotees having no material desires. If we serve those devotees, then we will get this inclination to serve Krishna for his satisfaction. But if someone is serving Krishna for some material desires, for name and fame, for money, for this, that, then by having company with such devotee, we will also think that worship of Supreme Lord is for this reason. How we will have any other conception? Not possible. But we have to come in contact with real pure devotee, then also he can awaken us that pure devotion. I praise the Lord whose devotees do not desire any object. They are real devotees. The sentence continues for 2 verses. Why do they not desire? They are filled with the wealth of surrender to the Lord. and their happiness is much greater than that obtained by material benedictions. The Lord is thus most astonishing. Some persons say that the Lord is a contamination of Brahman, and others say the Lord is a jiva with pious acts. Mayavadis, they think like this. True, such persons belong to hell. But the Lord is complete Brahman, complete absolute truth. So Mayavadis, they think when Brahman takes some material form, contaminates, then that is Supreme Lord. Or jiva with some pious activities, sattvic, that is wrong. Such persons belong to hell, means they are suffering, having no devotion to Krishna. I praise the Lord who is the Brahman attained by Adhyatma Yoga and is also the Supreme Lord, Pareshan. Or I praise the Lord who is attained by Bhakti Yoga. For it is said, Bhaktyaham ekaya grajyo. I am attained only by Bhakti, is from Bhagavatam 11th Canto. You are not perceived by all the senses. Material senses cannot perceive him, any of them, and are fine, shukshmam, like an atom. Tomorrow we will hear further this.